Get ready for the ultimate international showdown. This December, the Global Schools Challenge 2025 is heading to the Mediterranean Sports Hub in Salou, Spain, located just an hour outside of Barcelona. From December 14th to 19th, the world's top student athletes will compete in rugby and a range of new sports. Hosted at one of Europe's premier facilities, you'll experience world-class pitches, state-of-the-art equipment, and a vibrant atmosphere designed for excellence. Off the field, explore the beautiful coastal town of Salou, enjoy golden beaches, and take a trip to Barcelona for iconic landmarks like the Sagrada Familia and the Nou Camp. Every game will be streamed live by NextGenXV, bringing the action to a global audience. Don't miss your chance to be part of this incredible event. Register now at globalschoolschallenge.com and rise to the challenge.
The right kit changes everything. With the right kit, you're ready for anything. United, connected, unstoppable. Whatever your sport, we are your sporting partner. Creating your kit your way. For every team, for every challenge, for every aspiration. Feel seen, feel ready, feel part of the team. Kit on, game on.
Sum up life in Dame Allen's sixth form in 3 words. I'd say fun, definitely challenging, quite exciting. The refurbished Queen's building is absolutely amazing. It's really nice, for one, having the cafe. Blueberry muffins in there, best you'll ever get anywhere. But it also has the group workspace downstairs, which is really nice and relaxed, and then the quiet workspace upstairs to get a lot of work done if you just need to focus.
For anyone considering coming to Dame Allen's, I feel as though you should definitely come in for the day, see how you find it. I think there's a really good community here, there's a really welcoming environment.
I would definitely say there's a massive emphasis on well-being around the school, so you can really tell the teachers care and therefore the students care, and it's just a really lovely environment to be in. I do a lot of sport and music as well as my academia, so I think that it provides the perfect balance.
I'd say Dame Allen's sixth form is special because of, one, the new refurbished building, but also the really dedicated teachers and the lovely pastoral care that you can get that really just sets it apart from anywhere else.
Well, good afternoon, ladies, gentlemen, and everybody else, and welcome to the third edition of the Dame Allen Sevens, live here from Cochrane Park, the home of Newcastle University's rugby team. They are champions of the Northern Division at Bucks level, hunting for a place in Super Bucks next season. In the side, on Tyneside, where silverware has come a-knocking for the first time in a while, with, of course, that huge victory on the weekend for the Magpies. There's plenty of teams still looking for trophies here today, because the Dame Allen Sevens has three incredibly tough pools, all looking to be one of the top two sides across the three for a place in a cup final playoff, which will be later on this afternoon, and one side which will be hunting a place at top spot. It's not good enough to just be top of the group, they've got to be best of the best. It's Myerscough College kicking us off in the green and white, taking on Prior Park, a local side here in Newcastle, in the gold and black. I'm delighted to be joined as well by Matt McCoy from Myerscough. Thanks for joining us, Matt. And, well, what are your hopes coming into this competition for your side?
Our aims are obviously to win. We've played against likes of Sedbergh and Gosforth before, but our aims are definitely to win this tournament.
Well, Myerscough, of course, finished 15th in the Ace College season, which just ended a few weeks ago, and now straight into sevens here. But it's Prior Park with good possession to start and some good strong carries from the likes of Cameron Hawkins. A penalty goes against the green and white. Myerscough on the back foot. And it's Parkview trying up the centre, just brought back there. So Parkview, sorry, the local side from Newcastle. Stepping inside and out, lovely footwork in the wide channels, and that will be the first score of the Dame Allen Sevens. In the corner goes Nathan Murray. And, well, not the perfect start for Myerscough, Matt.
Definitely not, definitely not.
Some great footwork down that left-hand channel, and we're underway here. We'll have fixtures from across the group stages before we have two playoffs, the third and fourth, and then the first and second. It's calculated on points. Points difference is so key, but it's 4 for a victory and 5 for a bonus point if you can score your 4 tries, which will be easy enough throughout the 14 minutes on offer across the two halves, which means the points difference will come into play certainly across the three top sides from pools A, B and C. This is action from Pool A, which also includes Ampleforth and RGS Newcastle. Matt, it's a pretty difficult group.
Definitely, I think we've definitely got the strength to compete against them. First time on ball now, but we'll see how we do this phase.
Myerscough on the offensive for the first time. Stepping inside and out is Joe Marsh, a Sale Shark. So many of them littered across the Sevens side today. And a first chance for them to break on the outside. Flung back in from the width into the path of Smithies. But unfortunately, just a knock on there. So it will be a turnover, but ambitious play for the first time, Matt, and looking good when driving forward.
Yeah, we really work on our patience play as well. Making sure we're going forward, but also not rushing it.
Well, it's a really lightning fast competition here today as well, with the final game due to kick off at 2:45. Group stage action all the way to 2 o'clock, and then a few playoffs to finish off a beautiful afternoon here in Newcastle. But here come the, oh, lovely footwork back on the inside in the meantime from Elijah Delateri. Because Parkview are on the offensive here. Huge turnover right on the 22. Matt, that's huge for Myerscough.
Definitely, that was Koen van Noordenen, Dutch national team player. Played with him since U14s, and he's just grown ever since.
Nice carry on the outside by Josh Warhurst, the captain. And now Myerscough looking to spread the play. Parkview on defensive duties on their halfway again. Last time they managed to force that turnover, but it's an advantage going the way of Myerscough, and then cross field into the path of Warhurst on the inside. Cohen van Noordenen off to the races, and he will outpace Hodgson and company and score an equaliser for Myerscough with a kick still to come. Beautiful cross kick there though, Matt.
It's his speciality. You'll see him do it time after time after time.
Wonderful little kick with the penalty advantage coming as well. And then the link up from Warhurst and Van Noordenen. The Dutch under 18 has got Myerscough in front for the first time. Steve Goff's side ahead then in their opening fixture here in Group A. He's been with Myerscough for over 15 years. Also headed up the likes of English colleges in that time as well. The Myerscough kick-off into the blistering sunshine here at Cochrane Park and plucked out by Delateri. Little stutter step there from Hawkins. A really physical side, Parkview. Up the jumper again from the men in yellow and gold, in black and gold, and then it's down on the 10-metre. Good counter drive, picked through the breakdown instead, but there's little support, and it's been stolen by Myerscough, who've defended well, and now it's their chance to attack. Smithies popped off the deck to Marsh. They've got an overlap on this left-hand side if they can use it. Warhurst again finds the pass to Van Noordenen, who skips away. And Myerscough made it look pretty simple there. Good hustle in defence from Owen Tyler Cole, but not enough to stop Cohen Van Noordenen from scoring his second. He looks like a real danger on the sevens field, Matt.
Definitely, he's got a bit of a touch of speed to him, don't he?
Certainly has that turn of pace. Another assist for Josh Warhurst, the captain. And Parkview find themselves behind in a really tough group because Ampleforth have had a great season, and on home turf, RGS Newcastle will be looking to ruffle some feathers in this group. Kick-off to come from Marsh. Another deep one, cleanly taken. Early stages of the tournament here, but there is action from all three 4G pitches. Another physical carry. There's the fend on Van Noordenen, but makes the tackle. In goes Tyler Cole. Hawkins at first receiver. There's the miss pass, looking to spread the field. An acceleration from the try scorer Nathan Murray.
Tackle, really?
Ripped in the tackle, but no release. So Archie Hamer gives away the penalty. The North of England under 18.
9 seconds.
But Matt, what do you make of Myerscough defence so far?
I think it's been all right. Our drifting's been great. Only let one I would say lucky one through, but I think our man-on-man defence has been good, but we just need to work on them overlaps like that right there.
Lovely footwork from Delateri again, looks really dangerous. And he's over to secure the ball. Hawkins with a pick and go, then hands it off instead to Hodgson.
Get with him.
2-on-1, Murray away. There's a race now down the left-hand side, and Murray skipping through contact, eventually cuts in and is dragged down. To the short side they go. Show and go from Hodgson, who finds an offload. Over goes Jake Larigo for the second try for Parkview Academy. And the kick can't draw them level as they trail by 4. But Matt, you must say that's a well-worked try from their halfway by the local side Parkview.
Definitely, good tipping options there.
Here's the kick then. Doesn't have the elevation, and that will bring us to the end of the first half. In the first game here at the Dame Allen Sevens, Parkview putting up a fight against Myerscough College, the ace side in Group A. Matt, your reflections on that first half? Maybe a few cobwebs still to be brushed off in the early afternoon here.
Definitely, 3-hour drive in a tight minibus might be playing some effects at the moment. We've played Parkview in the AOC League before, and from what I can see, they're definitely better than what we expected. So I think we just need to adapt to that right now.
Well, they took the lead, were pegged back, and scored again right on the break. Parkview, so they're very much still in the contest in our first fixture here at the Dame Allen Sevens. Second half will be live in just a few moments' time. Kick-off to come, and it's Parkview Academy's turn to get things underway. Elijah Delateri with a deep kick-off. And then Tyler Cole wraps up his man. Great offload off the deck. And right at the start of the second half, Myerscough College are going to go roaring away. Marsh will score their third. Matt McCoy alongside me from Myerscough. That's a great start to the second half for your side.
Definitely R10. Great to see.
No, Marsh, fly half in the regular season. Another Sale Sharks Academy man in this Myerscough setup. It's a good tackle from Tyler Cole. It's good physical carry off the kickoff. Levi McKnight driving in and then lifting off the deck. Good awareness from Marsh.
That's it. Hey, keep going from here.
And Matt, it's a bit of a way back for Parkview at this point.
Yeah, I think we'll just continue putting on pressure. We know we can. So, like that there, good tackle from Levi.
Beautiful kick from Marsh, and McKnight's putting in the tackle. It spits out unkindly from the breakdown. And Hawkins is wrapped up by green and white. Delateri at first receiver. Little short line this time from Tyler Cole.
Still in, don't play him.
Ball secured by Parkview, but they're deep inside their 22. Delateri looking to tease the defenders, and he's drawn in a man there. And now there's an overlap. Delateri on the run, back on the inside.
Good cover tackle from Smithies there.
Gets the offload away, but it's intercepted. And now a bit of broken field for Myerscough.
Man for man, get out.
Whipped away by Marsh.
Push over, Owen.
And opening up his legs again is Cohen van Noordenen. Tracks back this time to find Warhurst, the captain. Marsh chips it over the top. Beautifully weighted, but it just bounces away from him there and has been knocked on. But lovely show of skill there, Matt, from the fly half again.
Dangerous, isn't he? Very dangerous.
Just the bounce of the ball that evades him there. It looks like that might be time for a few changes. Off goes the captain, Warhurst. On comes George Hopley of the Sale Sharks. Changes in the offing well for Parkview. Thomas Dobson back onto the field.
Fine. Set.
Good work from Owen Tyler Cole across that fixture. Digging out the breakdown here is Dunbar, who whips it away. And there's the little chip in behind. Well taken by Van Noordenen, who's put in plenty of yards so far in this game of sevens, but a big turnover at the breakdown, and it's good to see a few sides putting boot to ball early in the competition, Matt.
Yeah, I think Kuhn will have that covered all day, but that work back from us just wasn't good enough there.
And it's forced a turnover, and now an opportunity for Parkview. Lovely offload inside from Delateri, lifted off the deck up to the 22. Go the Tyneside side, there's a little short run again for Hawkins. They've got plenty of physicality, but Myerscough over the ball again. Turnover just inside the 22, and a quick tap as well from Archie Harmer, and there's plenty of numbers over for Myerscough if they can pick them out. Out the back door, back on the inside to Van Noordenen instead. He takes on two defenders and frees the hands. Harmer takes it to the outside instead. 2-on-1, but the pass is just behind, and Parkview recover. And now they can launch attack from the 10-metre. Smithies finds the pass. Great read from Delateri, but it's been bumped off excellently well. Pass out wide. Ray finds one more, back on the inside to Hopley under the sticks. Well, the two Sharks linking up down the right-hand side have taken the game beyond Parkview. And Matt, you've got to be impressed by a team try like that from Myerscough. Definitely
George to George. Only thing separating them two is George Ray's got a shoulder made of glass.
Well, he was so close to taking it on there himself. Nice little wraparound from Smithies. And this is the shot flying in on Hopley, but he wears it so well.
Definitely could have taken it in himself there, but chose the unselfish play there. Well done.
Back on the inside, and Hopley with his first action on the field. scores another try for Myerscough and clinches them that crucial bonus point. They'll take 5 from 5 from this victory if they can hang on here. And I think you're going to need the full 15 to make it through to that playoff game with only 2 spots for the 3 eventual group winners available. Knocked on there from Marsh.
There's only a minute left.
And with a minute to go, there'll be a chance for Parkview
Needs to go to props.
to take something away from this fixture, even if it's just a bit of pride going into their next game, which will be against either Ampleforth or Newcastle of the RGS variety. Of course, Newcastle School for Boys also here alongside the host Dame Allans, so great representation from the city of Newcastle.
Hold it.
Dunbar whips it away. Little show and go, but there's 2 there to bring down Parkview on the 10-metre.
Go forward.
And there's the bit of go forward that they were asking for. It's Dobson, finds a pass,
Get the ball.
and is there in support as well. Dunbar plays scrum half again. Why do they go into the path of try scorer Murray, but put down?
Dylan, just pick it up.
Still a bit of time to play. Myerscough would love to take another away from this contest. They've brought a big squad with them this afternoon, but their biggest test will be against the likes of Ampleforth and Newcastle, you'd assume. But the other groups in this competition are heavy as well. Gosforth are here from the Ace League, as well as Durham School and Loretto from Scotland in a group with Newcastle School for Boys. And then, of course, the Continental Tyres finalists, QEGS Wakefield, are here, alongside Barnard Castle, the host Dame Allen, and Yarm School, who will be taking on the host in our next game here on pitch 1. Through the cap flap from Marsh. Taken straight into contact by try scorer George Hopley. Lifted off the deck there. Marsh into midfield. Harmer. Smithies. Switch inside to add a bit of pace to the attack. Smithies. Harmer again. Goes himself. Harmer through the hole. And Myerscough will have the final say here in the opening fixture at Dame Allans Sevens. Another try on the board. 5 for them in this contest against Parkview. And the early stages of this contest, which were close going, have morphed into a bit of a rout in this second half. And what a second half it was from Myerscough, Matt.
Yeah, it was great. Walked away there, really happy with that win.
A lot of confidence into the next 2 games, which you know are huge contests as well, Matt, against the likes of Ampleforth and Newcastle RGS.
Definitely. Probably going to be a bit more challenging for us than these games, but we'll see how we adapt to them.
Plenty more to come then from Myerscough and from Parkview as well. But we move on to our next game live here on pitch 1, which will be action from Group C. And it will be the hosts, Dame Allans, who take on Yarm School. Matt, thank you very much for joining us, and we'll love to hear from you later on if Myerscough return to the live stream.
Hopefully. Thank you very much for having me.
Thanks, Matt. The next game live from the Dame Allans Sevens has the hosts in action against Yarm. Action from Group C live in just a few moments.
me, what the fuck? I was like, oh, I'm going to burn past him.
Next game from the Dame Allen Sevens, the hosts in action against Yarm, and Yarm will kick us off. Chris Webb's side looking to cause an upset here against the hosts in another really difficult group that includes QEGS Wakefield, the national finalists, and Barnard Castle will be in action at Roslin and Sedbergh with us at NextGenXV in the next few weeks. It's Dame Allen's who get us underway in that familiar black, yellow, red strip, attacking down the field, but a knock on there out wide will give Yarm the first meaningful attack of the afternoon. QEGS Wakefield will really fancy themselves in this competition after the disappointment they experienced in the final of the national competition, losing to Harrow just a week ago, but well, they've had an unbelievable season, one of the best in the school's history, at least since the turn of the century. It's Yarm in possession, whipped away at fly half as they cross over the halfway for the first time here at Dame Allen's. Well, Bromley piled under pressure there, but a penalty advantage goes the way of Yarm. And now driven up through the centre by Morrison. Will come back for the penalty instead. So, tap from Carter. Great name for a fly half to have. And then Morrison up the jumper again. Takes two defenders to bring him down. And then straight through the hole go Yarm. Hint of a high tackle there, but a good line by Birchall. Down the short side they go. It's been spilt again, but a chance maybe for the host to counter. No advantage coming from that knock-on. And it's a scrappy start to Group C here at Cochrane Park. Another opportunity for the home side to play with ball in hand. Well, they're a long way from home. Dame Allen's with a bit of clean ball here. The game of sevens, you know you can turn defence into attack at any opportunity, and they're burning through the centre here. It's a thundering carry from Ratmond, and Ratmond to the 22, to the 5. He will stroll in for Dame Allen's first. What a carry by Louis Ratmond. It's very important to Dame Allen's back at the Myerscough Castle Festival in the game of 15s when we last saw Dame Allen's. And he's opened up their account at their home tournament. Nice step off the right. Ratman's away. And the last-ditch tap tackle evaded. Have support as well. Great work from the co-captain Owen Forbes. Co-captain in year 11. It's a really young Dame Allen side. Plenty of Falcons under 16s amongst them. And a good kick-off as well, which eventually has forced the error. But the first knock-on was from a man in black, red and yellow instead of just the red and white of Yarm. So it will be a scrum, and it will be Yarm's to feed as they look to get back into this contest. Now, Barnet Castle have got their competition off in Group C with a victory over QEGS Wakefield by 21-14. A good result for them. This is the second game in Group C. And Dame Allen's win a penalty at scrum time, and Brathwaite carries into contact. Penalty advantage for offside. Now Forbes takes it on. Ratmond, that step inside and out this time. Got fast feet. The number 6, but nothing coming for the host, so back for the penalty. Tapped by Brathwaite. And there's a little flick out the back to find Watson. And the Falcon goes under. Well, Watson's been out injured for a long period of this season following their tour to South Africa, but he's been back since January and diving into the Sevens season and scoring his first here at Dame Allen's home tournament. Ratman looking to add the extras from way out on the right. It's an excellent strike, and it finds its target. What a kick that is, and Dame Allen go up by 14 unanswered points. Well, we won't see that thrilling game between Barnet Castle and Dame Allen's, which is looking like perhaps the group decider, but we will see them take on QEGS Wakefield later on at 1:20, which could be a crucial game for them if they can see off Barnet Castle in the meantime. That kick is just beyond anyone in Yarm colours, but in the end it's a great recovery from Birchall. A bit lateral at the moment, so Cameron Morrison finds contact. Quick pick and go, nice work round the corner from the captain Sam Arnold, and he's chipped it through, and a threatening kick it was. In the end, Dame Allen's recover on the 10-metre, and they're lucky to get the penalty there that gets them out of trouble. Quick tap, as you'd expect. That's a misplaced pass though. Eventually it falls Dame Allen's way, but unfortunately for the hosts, Archie Roberts never got back to his feet, and he's going to lose 10 yards as well for Chat. So Clements will tap for Yarm. And we're desperate to get on the board before half-time. They've made it wide, but there's plenty of cover there for Dame Allen's. So Carter whips it back inside. Birchall takes the most direct route. Over the ball go Dame Allen's. Well, they do make a mess of things at the breakdown, but Yarm just about keep a hold of it. Carter goes back to the short side, and now there's numbers up here for Yarm, and it's going to be Finn Cook who will touch down to open up the scoring right before half-time. Yarm are back in the contest with a kick still to come from right under the post. Just outside that right-hand upright in the end. Finn Cook ushered to put it down. Good work in defence, but Carter with the chance here to add 2 more. It's a nice kick. It's just what the Yarm needed right before the break. We'll have one more play of this first half.
Yeah? I've got time on 7.
Well, in fact, after a deliberation with the sideline, the referee does call an end to the first half. A good half for Dame Allen's. They've looked dangerous at times, and they have managed to cross the white line twice already in their home tournament. But Yarm still very much in the fight after that late try from Finn Cook. Keeps them in the contest. Second half to come here from a fascinating Group C, which is already unfolding in mysterious ways after Barnet Castle saw off QEGS Wakefield in the first game. Very much opening up the group. At the moment, Dame Allen's in their first fixture of the tournament are in front by just 7 points. We got right in amongst Adam Hayes' team talk there. We'll wait and see how his Dame Allen side respond. Adam Hay also a senior coach at Northumberland Rugby as well. Plenty of experience across the north of England. And it will be Louis Ratmond who opened up the scoring to kick things off here for Dame Allen. They lead by 14-7 at the break. Yarm kept themselves alive with that late try. They'll be looking to go one better and equalise in the early stages here. That's the perfect start for them. Yarm in the red and white, playing from left to right in this second half. They'll have a tap from halfway. Dame Allen's on defensive duties in the early stages here. Tapped on halfway, and again Morrison goes direct, slips the first tackle. Finds the offload. Cook there in support. Morrison again has it. Well, Cook's still on the outside, but Morrison with a barnstorming run. He's still going. Morrison eventually finds the path, and it's just been spilt by Ewan Cook. And it's a knock on, but it's right on the 5 metre of Dame Allen's. But how on earth did Cameron Morrison stay on his feet there, ducking under tackles? Eventually flung the offload and it bobbled just beyond Cook. Dangerous start for the second half for Yarm, and Dame Allen's need to exit cleanly here. It's Forbes, the co-captain, to feed the scrum. And it opens up for Forbes off the base of it as well, who's taken on 2 defenders and created an overlap. And now Dame Allen's do work it out wide. Mowbray in pursuit, but he's shrugged off for the first time. Mowbray gets back to recover and turns it over as well. And here goes Mowbray for Yarm. Great defence, and he's stepping off the left. And what pace from Mowbray. What a recovery. What a score from Yarm. Unbelievable from Max Mowbray, who was so nearly beaten down the right-hand side. Got back to recover. Stole the ball off Archie Roberts and then went all the way himself. Magnificent, and that's got Yarm level if the kick can be converted from an easy position here. Mowbray with responsibility as well of getting Yarm back on level terms. Indeed, he does execute from right under the sticks. It's a great run. Almost carving up through the centre from, it's Harry Graham it is, with such a good carry. But then it's stripped on the deck and back to his feet. Mowbray chooses the perfect time to accelerate away. And Dame Allen's are back to square one again in the second half. Some nice footwork from Brathwaite past the 10. And still going up to halfway. Flicks the ball off the deck, and now Dame Allen's are in behind. Carried on by Adam. Adam still going. Eventually brought down. Yarm back to recover. Important tackle there from Finn Cook, the first half try scorer. And a turnover as well. Wonderful work. That time from the captain, Sam Arnold, the Scotland under-17 pathway player. Has got Yarm out of trouble there. And they'll tap from their own 5 metre. Great attack from Dame Allen's, but they couldn't convert. Chance, though, to turn it back over again. Indeed, they have from just shy of the 5 metre. What an opportunity this is. Here's Brathwaite skipping away and reaching out to score. James Brathwaite, co-captain of the squad, has driven them over for the try that puts them back out in front, with under 4 minutes to go here in their first game of their home tournament. So many more big games to come. It's Gosforth, the Ace Academy side, taking on Newcastle School for Boys up next here on the Pitch One live stream. But here and now, it's Dame Allen's who have gone ahead. What a turnover that was, and what a place to get it as well. So top work from Dame Allen. Now all they need to do is hold on to their advantage here. Deep kickoff again. But a touch too deep this time. So instead it will be a chance for Yarm in this late stage, maybe to get back level again and harm Dame Allen's hopes of making it through to that final playoff. Change of direction in the attack. Bromley still carrying up to halfway. Good work from Dame Allen to march Yarm back for now. And then in comes the bite from Watson, who makes the tackle. And Yarm keep a hold of it, but they've been marched back behind their own 10-metre. And then some direct running might get them going again. Ducking under tackles, fending off Lewis. Eventually Yarm brought down. Again, another offload. And now they're deep inside their own 10-metre. Still another offload to keep it alive. Ratman there with another big shot for Dame Allen. But it's still Yarm in possession here. Going nowhere at the moment. Played back inside again from Yarm. And now brought down on the 5. What defence this is from Dame Allen. Last ditch at the breakdown, but Yarm just about get it away. And now there might be a bit of space for them down the left. But in comes the tackle from Adams. Yarm have done amazingly well to keep a hold of it. They've lost plenty of yards, but now the kick through might open up Dame Allen. There's no one home, but it's so unlucky. It's just run beyond the captain, Sam Arnold. And now Dame Allen can counter. Skipping through the tackles is Adams again. And then there's the ball inside, and Owen Forbes will seal it for the hosts. What an extraordinary period of play that was. Yarm did so well to recycle possession, and then they finally got the break on, and Arnold was denied by the bounce of the ball. And Dame Allen punished them in response. And it's a bonus point secured by the home team as well. Ratman with the kick to come. But it will count for naught, because it's a comfortable win in the end for Dame Allen, but that is not the story of this impressive game of sevens, because they were truly challenged by Yarm at every stage. His final try puts a bit of shine on the scoreline. And the home team, Dame Allen, get their tournament off to a flyer with a victory in their first game. It's their huge game against Barnard Castle, which will matter the most. It's 1 o'clock this afternoon before they then take on QEGS, back live here on the live stream with NextGen15. Final score then, an impressive result for the hosts. Dame Allen victorious against Yarm by 28-14. Bonus point secured in their first game. Up next, it's the second ace college side here at the Dame Allen Sevens, Gosforth Academy. And they take on Newcastle School for Boys. That's live here in just a few moments' time for the Dame Allen Sevens here at Cochrane Park in Newcastle. Huh? Very hard days up. Huh? You can hear me right now? Really? Well, if you're tuning in hoping to find Northampton School for Boys against Gosforth, there's a slight delay because action between Loretto and Newcastle School for Boys has just concluded over on pitch 2. Gosforth are there, ready and waiting, but it's Newcastle School for Boys' fixture. We're just waiting to conclude as they travel over here to pitch 1. So we'll be live back with the Dame Allen Sevens in just a few moments' time for action from Group B as we await the second team to take to the field. So the toss has been taken. There's one by Evan Oakes, the Gosforth captain. Gosforth in the bright blue and yellow trim, taking on Newcastle, who are in the blue and grey. And they'll be kicking us off here in this big game in Group B. Gosforth have won their first game against Durham School. And now they've got a chance here to take a second victory away from the Dame Allen Sevens. But it's a bright start for Newcastle School for Boys. Ainsley drives down the left. They've won it back off kickoff. Show and go. Looking to break through there, Lewis Hurst. Eventually Hurst is dragged down. Well, it's been turned over at the breakdown. It's just been spilled there, so it can be carried away by the tackler, Alex Dickey. Decided to throw the hands. It's been spilt on the 5 metre, but always backwards. Nice footwork there to get Gosforth out of trouble, but over the ball go Newcastle, and they have stolen it. The captain goes to the short side, Fletcher, and then driven over from close range. Back to the feet there. It's a double movement. And that is a waste for NSB. Not the NSB who are in action today in the National Cup final against Stowe at under 16 level, but Newcastle School for Boys the local side, who have coughed up possession right on the 5 metre of Gosforth. And look how well they'll counter. They are in behind. It's a foot race here from halfway. But what a great track back from Ainsley, who's hunted down Broadbent. But Broadbent finds the offload. And the captain Oakes goes over. And Gosforth have scored. Well, Jono Broadbent got on the outside, the England under-17, and had plenty of wheels, but a great chase from Ainsley, who brought down his man, but all in vain because Oakes was there in support. And Gosforth are ahead. Great work from Will Ainsley, it really is. It's a shame that he was the only one back for Newcastle School for Boys. It's Evan Oakes instead, who's opened things up. Well, that's a kick-off there that hasn't gone 10 metres, so a good chance for Evan Oakes, the son of Jason Oakes, who was former Newcastle Falcon professional rugby player. Chipped through by Ainsley, but he's smothered out of the contest. And Gosforth have it back, and it's carried on by Dickey. Stolen. And a chance for Newcastle to counter. Ball back on the inside. What a great pickup by Ainsley again. They're over the ball. It's another turnover. And now Dickey skips through the first tackle and steps off the right, looking to get away from a second man. Brought down by Summersall, the Falcon, and it's nicked at the breakdown by Summersall this time. Turnovers are plenty here. Finally a bit of sustained possession perhaps, as they'll break through past the 10. Off the deck, it's always backwards from Newcastle, but it rolls in a touch. Quick line out from Gosforth. No chance of a respite for anyone here. Dickey, direct and through the first tackle. Just about scragged at the very last, but it's been picked quickly from the breakdown and round the corner. What a lovely looping run from Owens. And Sam Owens breaks through for Gosforth second. But that period of play could have gone either way. In the end, it was Newcastle who gave up possession one too many times. But Gosforth, well, they didn't make it easy for themselves either there. Turned over twice in that period of play. In the end, Owens with a lovely wraparound got outside the last defender. And the extras added by Kian Amir Beg. So we'll be back underway here with Gosforth 2 tries in front. But Newcastle have got plenty to offer. They were so nearly away down the right-hand side. Tapped back by Newcastle, almost in touch, kept alive with a lovely offload from Nathan Bailey. Falcons under 16. But here's Summersall in the meantime. Toby Summersall, tap tackle, eventually brings him down. Finds an offload to keep the attack alive. There's no one home for Gosforth if they fancy putting boot to ball, but it's the skipper, Ted Fletcher, driving down the right-hand side instead. Newcastle keep it alive. Ainsley halted in his path, so finds a pass instead. Smith, turnover, crossing is the call. Gosforth get away with it again. Plenty of penalties in this first half. Dunn through the tackle. And Dunn kept a hold of it, moving laterally. But in the end, has scored for Gosforth, and that's their third in this first half. 3 breakaway tries for Gosforth, has them in control here, and Matty Dunn is the scorer of the third. Didn't look to be going anywhere there. But Lawrence Patton has said he's an aggressive player in defence and attack. Played every game of their under-18 Academy League season. And he scored here at the Dame Allen Sevens to put Gosforth in a commanding lead. Johnny Douglas is wound up to chase this kick, but it's going to come short again. So a chance for Newcastle, and they really do need to take it with just under a minute to go before the break. But Newcastle School for Boys are still very much in the contest here. They came straight off the field at 20-1 to play this game. This is their second game on the bounce, hence the delayed start to this contest. But they're still fighting here. Summersall whips it wide. Good read in defence by Douglas, but Summersall's there at scrum half. Fletcher, wider still. Bailey, over the top, what a beautiful ball. High tackle there, and I think we could be seeing a card here out wide. Oh, they get away with one there because that was a really poor tackle. Missed pass for Fletcher. Assessing his options. Cohen. Back on the inside. Well read by Gosforth. Thunderous tackle there. Comes in on Bailey, who does really well to keep a hold of it. Summersall. Driven back to the halfway. Great defence. The kick there is a little bit short, so it's regathered by Gosforth, who wastes no time in spreading it wide. Opening try scorer Oakes. Almost an interception. It's again backwards all the time instead of a Gosforth hand, but they won't mind because that takes us through to the break. It's a great first half from Gosforth, looking for their second victory of the tournament after comfortably taking down Durham earlier in the afternoon. They lead by 21 unanswered points at the break. Newcastle have certainly been in the game, but have been unable to convert. 3 breakaway tries from Gosforth, running it in from range at every opportunity, puts them in a commanding lead. 7 minutes still to play, but it's Gosforth Academy 21, Newcastle School for Boys 0 in the second round of fixtures from Group B. Gosforth lead by 3 unanswered tries, all converted. They're still chasing a bonus point though, which they did achieve against Durham earlier on this morning. It would set them up nicely for their final game as they look to be one of the top 2 seeded sides in the competition of 12.
Even now.
And they've made the first few tackles from the kickoff. It's Newcastle School for Boys looking to get on the outside. Great pace. And then flicked back on the inside to keep the attack alive from Bailey. Fletcher looks to pick out Summersall, intercepted. Raced away to score their 4th right at the start of this second half and secure their bonus point. This is really unfortunate really for Newcastle School for Boys. It just got away from them a little bit. Well read by Gosforth. Excellent kick, and the contest has gone Gosforth's way. More direct running there from Parks, but he still finds an offload. And now it's a 3-on-1 all of a sudden. And Josh Duran takes it on the outside and seals it in the opening 2 minutes of this second half. There's 5 tries, looks insurmountable for Newcastle School for Boys, sorry. And this is a bit of an exhibition from Gosforth. They made that look very simple. Excellent kickoff. Stolen and then just through the hands. He caught them out there, Newcastle School for Boys, because they thought they reclaimed that kickoff, but instead it went Gosforth's way. It's a lovely ball. And with that much green grass ahead of you in the game of sevens, you always back man in possession. A big game next from Group A. It's Myerscough, who are victorious in our opener against Parkview, taking on Ampleforth College, who have already played this morning against RGS Newcastle. And the time it's NSB looking to drive up towards halfway. Well, Gosforth go flying through the breakdown, not legally so. So, tap from Newcastle as they still look to find a way over the halfway. That's a great run from Thomas Cohen, who set them up nicely there. But a knock on, an unforced error. And Newcastle School for Boys miss out again, as Gosforth bring in the changes. So we're very much into the second stage of the group stage fixture, because it'll be Ampleforth's final game in the pool stages at least, and they take on Myerscough in this next outing on pitch 1. We've just had the one victory, still yet to play RGS Newcastle, perhaps for a place in the final. It could indeed be these two Ace Academy sides in that final, depending on how things are going for Barnard-Castle in their last few fixtures. Bit of space down the left-hand tram line again for Gosforth. And this time it's Dickey who turned on the afterburners when he saw a bit of space ahead of him, right on the wing. He eventually dots down under the post. So Barnard-Castle missed out on a bonus point victory in their opening game. This is a second bonus point win for Gosforth. And if Myerscough can notch up another bonus point victory in their next game, it looks like these two might be the top sides. Unless Dame Allen can do a job on Barnard-Castle and get themselves a bonus point, because it's 15 points really that's required if it looks like the two ace sides are going to achieve that number here. Well, Newcastle just a bit underhanded. Start of this next period of play. They return to a full complement of 7, but it's a kick-off. And Kian Amir Beg. Nice take from Newcastle, but it's been put down again. Thankfully, the advantage was theirs. Another great contest. I think it's just good work there from Newcastle to win it back, but the referee's given them the scrum.
Bind. Set.
Well, it's spat out Gosforth way. Not cleanly. Great read, though, in the meantime, from Bailey, who's stolen it back. Lovely step. And now they're off to the races again. Chance for Newcastle in behind. Great pace. Christy Lan has gone all the way. Lovely step.
We'll have time for the restart.
There is time for the restart, so a chance for Newcastle to get a second, but that's a great score right at the end of this contest. Good steal from Bailey through the hands, and then lovely footwork. Lan had the pace.
I've got 30 seconds. Big clock there on the side of the pitch.
30 seconds to play. A nice try, but it won't have too much effect on the contest. Nathan Bailey to get us back underway for the final period of play. It's a mighty kick, right up into the sunlight, but a good take from Gosforth. Back to the short side instead through Kian and Mirbeg, and still carrying. What a beautiful offload and a great run on the inside to keep the attack flying forward from Ollie Green. What a ball that is. Broadbent goes over, but what a try that is from Gosforth. They had no right to find so many intricate passes there under pressure from Newcastle. That's the cherry on top of a fine performance. Another bonus point. 10 points on the board in this group stage for Gosforth. It's a mighty game between themselves and Loretto, which may well decide their fate. And at the moment, it's two big score lines that gets them on 10 points from 10. And I think it might be the total 15 that will see you through to the final. Another side with a perfect start to the Dame Allen Sevens is back live for you next here. Myerscough, they're looking to continue their run when they take on Ampleforth. That's the next game live for you here from the Dame Allen Sevens in Newcastle. So, Ampleforth were defeated in their opening game against RGS Newcastle, so their hopes of making it through to the Cup playoff game may be dashed. They certainly will be if Myerscough can do a job on them here. Joshua Oke, the Yorkshire Rugby Academy player and captain, has won the toss, so kickoff will be in just a few moments' time, and it'll be Ampleforth College in the black and red, booting it downfield to Myerscough in the green and white. Clean take off the kickoff from Myerscough, and I'm delighted to be joined again by Matt McCoy from Myerscough. It was a huge win for you in the first game there.
Yeah, we're very happy with that. We know this game's going to be a bit more challenging, so we're going to try and come head first straight into this game.
So in Group B, Gosforth are 2 bonus point victories from 2. And they're looking to be on their way to the final, but they've got a big game against Loretto left. In Group C, it's Dame Allen's who are still undefeated at the moment, as are Barnard Castle. And Myerscough as well, looking to notch up their second victory. But they're under pressure here from Ampleforth. Tackle comes in as they look to race away towards the 22. Stripped. Quick turnover, nice footwork, inside and out again. Beautiful steps to evade the 2 defenders, and well, Myerscough have unfortunately given that one up themselves there. It's difficult in sevens, Matt, because you're expected to play from anywhere, but that's what happens if it goes wrong.
Definitely such an unpredictable game as well. I think we need to try and bounce back. Otherwise, if these points keep on adding up, won't go our way.
Peter Hugler, I believe it was, with the nice footwork. Well, they were driving towards the 22, looking to break. Good tackle comes in, and it's a really clean steal by Kester Haith, the Yorkshire man. That's nice footwork from Hugler. What you need in the game of sevens, good pace, but good footwork as well. Kick off from Ampleforth. It's winding back towards the 10, and it doesn't reach it, unfortunately, there. So a big chance for Myerscough. Free kick on halfway to be tapped by Archie Harmer. Hamer on the wraparound. Nice move, but hasn't managed to carve up any space down that left-hand side. Here comes Myerscough again, chipped in behind, and there's no sweeper in place. So it's some lovely pace from Teo Kapakis, but it's been regathered by Trounce, and Trounce fires into two defenders. Ampleforth on the 22. Looking to go coast to coast here and score their second try. A good drift from Myerscough, Matt, as we saw in the first game as well.
Definitely, we've drilled that a billion times.
Tackle comes in, deep inside enemy territory. Huge turnover for Myerscough.
Good from Teo, our winger, and also our college barber there.
Lovely work from him in defence and great work in attack. Swift hands across the face of the Ampleforth defence puts George Hopley, the Sale Shark winger, into the corner. And that's twice in this game. Matt, we've seen trying to play in these red zone areas is currently unsticking both sides.
Yeah, definitely try to play on the wings as much as we can. That's where you're going to find the space.
Instead, a crash up from the centre was quickly turned over by Kapakis. Kickoff will come from fly half Joe Marsh. Pretty simple hands here. Drawing in the defenders. Just real contest off the kickoff, but Ampleforth have taken it well. And they're poised to go whip to whip here. Is Oke. Finds a good pass, and now they might be in behind. There's a sweeper in place for Myerscough, and it's forced the kick from Conrad Trounce straight out, so it will be a line out around halfway for Myerscough. Good work from the sweeper there, Matt, otherwise Myerscough would have been in trouble.
Definitely Quiller getting back on that. They call him the Eagle, so he definitely would have had that.
Aquila Kultas forcing the kick, which has got Myerscough back in possession. Archie Hamer. Been spilt from the line-out, but it does come Hamer's way. Marsh wants it on the wraparound and does get it. Nice footwork from Marsh, and on the turn to beat another defender. And now there's 4 over for Myerscough, but it's been slapped down by Ampleforth. Surely a penalty advantage. Indeed it is. Well, that's a shame, Matt, because there were 3 players over for Myerscough.
Definitely, I thought that should have been a yellow card there, in my opinion.
But it still might be on here, down the right-hand side. In comes the tap tackle, but Teo Kapakis vaults it and scores. And Myerscough go in front before half-time. It's a good turnaround, Matt, from your side.
Definitely, I think what we do quite well is performing under pressure when we've gone down. So I think now that we've got back up, we'll definitely be pleased with that.
Marsh to add the extras on target, hunting that bonus point, which is so important, Matt, because a full 15 points is what you'll likely need to make it through to the playoff game between the top 2 ranks out of 12.
Just when you're ready.
Good finish from Pakis. Marsh drills it short this time. And Hamer's there, and he's taken it well. And now Myerscough back in possession. Kultas finds the pass to Marsh. Nice step off the right through 2 defenders and then vaults it over the top. Missed pass from Hamer. And there's a race into the corner here. Back instead on the inside. It's been regathered by Kester Hayth. Penalty on the deck. Goes Myerscough's way. And surely from here they'll score. Instead, it's been put down, but a penalty for offside spares Myerscough's blushes.
Quite lucky there, I think he dropped that.
Hamer, Marsh, crossfield, looking for Kapakas, but it just bounces beyond him. Into touch. And that will, well, I was going to say that will bring an end to the first half, but the referees decided to hold on and play one more phase. So last chance for Ampleforth to go the full length, or for Myerscough to score a third.
Last play, guys, of the half.
One last chance for both sides to change the course of this first period of 7. Short, carried straight in by Ampleforth. Hugler's there at 9. We're looking to play a little bit wider here and find a bit of space. Little stutter step, really well read by Hopley, who drives Ampleforth into touch and brings an end to a hotly contested first half. You said in the onset of the contest, Matt, that this was going to be a close game, and indeed it is so far.
Definitely a lot closer than we thought it was going to be. We've got good subs that I reckon we'll bring on now and finish the job.
What kind of message do you think Steve Goff is imparting in the huddle there?
He'll just be saying continue doing what we're doing. It's going well, keeping our patience up. Steve proper emphasises the patience.
I think Will James in the Ampleforth College huddle there will be pleased with how his side performed in the first half. They're looking for their first victory of the competition after defeat to RGS Newcastle. Whereas Myerscough are hunting down a bonus point to keep their perfect start to the Dame Allen Sevens on track. Second half will come in just a few moments' time in the latter rounds of the pool stages here at the Dame Allen Sevens. Second half to come, and it's an important half for both sides. Ampleforth hunting their first win of the competition. Myerscough looking for another bonus point to keep their 15-point target in sight, because it looks like Gosforth, will be on their way to that 15-point margin, and Myerscough here are looking for the same. So another really well contested kickoff. Joe Marsh at 10 has been nudging excellently well from halfway so far. Matt, hasn't he?
Definitely, he does it wherever he goes, really. Does it in 15s, does it in 7s. Quite a player, him.
Well, this is a lovely move from Ampleforth, and now they spot a bit of space. It's Trounce, their paceman out wide, but he's hunted down again by George Hopley. And not for the first time. Hopley has shut down an Ampleforth attack. His defence has been excellent so far.
Just gone forward, lads, scrum.
We were just discussing at the break the slightly complicated way that the tournament is decided. Not really when you explain it the right way. Every side in the competition will be ranked 1 through 12 on the points they achieve in the group stages, and it's likely that 15 points will be required to top that table.
Crouch.
But you're confident you can get another bonus point here from this position, Matt?
Definitely, we've got another 5 minutes, which is ages in sevens. Definitely confident that we can get back and get that 15 points.
Well, Barnard Castle, the most recent scorers over on pitch 3 when they take on the host Dame ALLAN'S. You can see it in the background there, but for now it's a scrum that goes Ampleforth's way. They're working their way around the corner and then kicked in behind. The bounce is unkind there, and it's just vaulted over the closest Ampleforth man. So Hopley's on the counter for Myerscough. Off the deck for Hamer. Hamer shows and goes and beats Charlie Vaughan and races away. And that's try number 3 for Myerscough. One more should do it. But Matt, the bounce of the ball is so cruel sometimes, because it was a nice kick over the top from Ampleforth, but it went Hopley's way instead.
Definitely, especially on that Astro. On grass it's a bit more predictable, but on the Astro it can bounce and go anywhere.
And this time it's bounced against the side who were already trailing. And then nice vision, really. Nice little show and go from Archie Hamer. Had a good tournament so far as well, Hamer.
Definitely.
So another kickoff to come from Marsh. You imagine there'll be plenty in chase as well. They'll change direction. They'll go down the right-hand side instead. It's just drilled into the hands of Ampleforth. His Story finds another pass. Okay. Steps onto the outside. Looking to get away from Hopley. Good chop tackle, but a great offload inside for Hill. And Hill accelerates around his man. Eventually is forced wide, but lovely score from Ampleforth. And they are still in this contest.
Tough there from Joe. Went a bit too high. Ampleforth managed to get a hand to him and just couldn't get low enough there.
Well, if they can turn this around, Ampleforth, it'll open up this group and it'll offer RGS Newcastle the opportunity to make it through to the final instead, with Myerscough yet to play RGS. That's a great offload here. Taken 2 defenders out of the game. And there's the don't argue from Benedict Hill. Wide from the conversion attempt, but very much in the game. And it'll need to be a bonus point win if they can turn it around. But they still can. Nice carry off the kickoff from Teo Kapakas. Disguise on the pass has opened things up, and then the bump from Stainton.
So good from Joe Marsh there.
And he takes it in as well, Marsh. Hamer. Bit of patience now from Myerscough as they crash up the halfway. Bring the hands again. Oscar Hankin. Kapakas, Hankin with a man in support. And indeed, they go over. It's another score for Myerscough, the bonus point score thereafter. Great work from Hankin. He was brought into the side late on before the tournament. He set up the try there and may well take Myerscough to the final if they can see off RGS in their next fixture. That's a lovely angle there. The Packers into Hankin, and then he found that final pass.
Great from Oscar there, even better support by Levi. Really good link-up play.
Levi McKnight, the scorer.
Yeah.
And here comes the kickoff. But Myerscough looking to seal this game.
Caster!
So, Ampleforth now under pressure, deep inside their own territory. But that's lovely footwork to get them out of dodge. Good offload as well. What a first phase this is for Ampleforth. A try would certainly still keep the game alive. Instead, it might be nicked by Van Noordenen. Van Noordenen chips it through. But the bounce doesn't fall for him. So Ampleforth have another chance. There's 3 there in green and white to close down the attack. But now Ampleforth can open up the field. It's the Myerscough defence again, Matt, which is the highlight here. As you said already, their high press is keeping Ampleforth contained, and it's so key to victories like this in the game of sevens.
Definitely, I think attack's probably the main part of sevens, isn't it? Defence is the main part of sevens. If you're not defending, they'll run through you every time. So we work a lot on our defence so that we can attack.
Cohen van Norden very nearly stole it there, but it's a knock-on that goes Ampleforth's way. But there may not be time for them to get back in the contest, so this may well be a second bonus point victory for Myerscough, which puts you in touching distance of a final. You may well play Gosforth in that game, Matt. How does another Ace College link up between the two of you sound?
We're definitely up for it. We played them at Sedbergh about 2 weeks ago, and unfortunately we came up short there, but it was a close game, and I'm sure if we play it again, we could win that one.
A final knock-on from Ampleforth brings an end to Myerscough's second game of the pool stages. It's a perfect 10 from their possible 10 points already, with just one game to come against RGS Newcastle, which will likely be the group decider. Will they manage to hang on and make it through to that final playoff game? Matt, we may well be seeing you later on if you make it through to the final. Thanks for joining us for this one again.
Hopefully. Thank you very much.
And it's another game of sevens here at Dame Allen's. It's one of our final outings of the pool stages as we return to Pool C. It's a game between QEGS Wakefield, the national finalists. They take on the host, Dame Allen's. Huge game live for you here from the Dame Allen's Sevens in Newcastle. So things seem to be shaping up very nicely for us here at the Dame Allen's Sevens. Gosforth and Myerscough both undefeated and on a maximum of 10 points from 10 going into the final round of pool fixtures. RGS Newcastle also on 10 points in that group with Myerscough, so that game will be huge from Pool A. But in Pool C, it's QEGS Wakefield who were beaten by Barnard Castle against Dame Allen's, who also have already played Barnard Castle earlier on today. All the host side can do is look for a victory in order to finish as high as they can at their home tournament. Kickoff's rolled into touch from the host, so it will be a line out for QEGS Wakefield. What a season it's been for them, even if things haven't gone to plan so far. Contact taken at the first time of asking there. But now QEGS on the offensive for the first time. They're on the wide channel, skipping through the tackles is the captain, Sam McKenzie. And a change of direction and a bit of acceleration into the attack as they're up over the 10. Barker at 9. Flicked away by English and then back onto the inside they go. Now there might be hands on. It is over for Powell, and Powell one-on-one. Puts it back into the hands of Ownsley. Now Ownsley's looking a little bit short of numbers there. Nice little dummy switch. Almost opens up the 3-on-2. Now it's a 2-on-1. And now into the corner finally goes Powell. Try given. Good finish from Harrison Powell on the edge. Well worked from QEGS. And this will really upset the group, and it might open the door for Barnard Castle if Dame Allans are defeated here. Kick still to come from Lance Barker. Do well to get close from here. But on target, just a little short. A good start for QEGS Wakefield. It's nicely worked as they looked a little bit short of numbers. The dummy switch that led to a 2-on-2 there, and then a good footwork and a flick out the back door opened up the space. So tight to the corner there, but Harrison Powell does make it. QEGS Wakefield to kick us off. This result will surely see Barnard Castle through to the top of the pool. Might not be enough to see them through to the final though. We'll find out shortly enough. Dame Allen though, of course, still in the contest. They found a bit of space out wide, but can they use it? Great acceleration, looking to take on Ownsley and beating him. Nice step on the inside again. What a run this is. Harry Graham has gone all the way for Dame Allans. And he's a footballer by trade, but as Adam Hayes says in his programme note, if you give him space, then he will punish you, and he has there. Must be one of the fastest players in the competition, Harry Graham, and he's shown exactly why he's worthy of that title. What a run from deep inside his own half. That's one of the tries of the tournament so far. And the kick has put Dame Allans ahead against QEGS here. He's on his own 22. Gets on the outside of Ownsley, up to halfway. Nice footwork again to beat the sweeper. No one's catching him there. Great try by Harry Graham. Really deep kick. The peg QEGS Wakefield back. And it's returned with some interest. And then the handbrake's on. Into contact they go. Stolen at the breakdown. Nicked by Watson. And on the spin, still going. What a great carry that is. Here's the co-captain Braithwaite. Oh, and a bit of space out wide here. And Dame Allans, well, they dive over, but have they scored? Ownsley made the tackle, but the try's given. Well, what a lovely finish in the end. From Charlie Kidd, I believe it was. The under-16 Newcastle Falcons Academy player. Well, all of a sudden, Dame Allans have turned it around. Powerful kick, but it's wide. Dame Allans are still in front. turnover in a difficult place, and then Charlie Kidd was a second row in his 15 days. Here on the Sevens field, he's out wide and scoring for Dame Allans, who in their home tournament go in front for the second time on the main pitch here. Another kick-off into the hands of QEGS Wakefield. They're patient with ball in hand here. Barker looking to get on the outside and then finds the pass, and now they're away. Great work from Barker to free the man out wide. It's the skipper, Sam McKenzie, who now has the chance to level things up with a kick under the post. Converted, and we're square again. One of the tightest games of the competition so far, certainly. Lovely work from Barker, over the top it goes. It's good hands from McKenzie as well, the captain. Now a chance for QEGS Wakefield to put the pressure on from the kickoff and maybe go ahead for the first time. It's a big game for Gosforth over on pitch 3 in the background there. They're looking for their third bonus point win of the competition. For now, though, it's the host Dame Allans looking to regather a kickoff. Plenty of pressure there, piled on Tom Lewis. Watson whips it away. Great read in defence from Ewan Walsh, who flies in to make the tackle. Still in possession of Dame Allans. The try scorer Kidd almost turned over by QEGS Wakefield. But here come Dame Allans. They find a bit of space out wide, and here comes the pace that we've already seen from the wingers of Dame Allans. They've got wheels all over the park. Watson, wider still. Here's the try scorer Kidd. Steps back on the inside and lifts it off the deck. Kidd. Well, they're just softly through the hands, coast to coast. But QEGS Wakefield in the end hustle them into touch, which means at half-time we're all square at 12-12 between the host Dame Allans and QEGS Wakefield. Well, perhaps the break was needed there. Both sides looking a little bit tired at the very end of that first half. They've still got 7 minutes to play in this closest of games that we've experienced here at the Dame Allans Sevens. It's the hosts who are level with QEGS Wakefield at 12 apiece with 7 minutes still to come. Kick-off then, and it's deep for Dame Allans, the host. We're taking on QEGS Wakefield, 12 apiece at the moment. And it's a missed pass there by Watson onto the deck. Bit of pressure applied by QEGS Wakefield, and they have stolen it. So possession for QEGS inside their opposition's half. Direct and stripped by Owen Forbes. Forbes finds a pass, and now they might be in behind here, Dame Allan's. What a run this is, down the right-hand side. Great pace by Adams, and he goes all the way. Well, he's the starting winger for the 15 side. And you can see exactly why there, given a bit of space. He goes all the way. Great turnover as well from Owen Forbes in contact. Still only an under 16, the Newcastle Falcons player, but he's nicked it for Dame Allan's there, and they draw first blood in the second half. It's an excellent kick, but it's just wide of the right-hand upright. So it will remain 17-12 in favour of the hosts. Great acceleration there, the tap tackle from Wood, off target. So Dame Allan's will kick us off. Final pool stage game will be from Group B, Durham School taking on Newcastle School for Boys. No chance of either side making that second playoff, but it will be a good opportunity to see Durham for the first time. And Newcastle have certainly got more to offer in this tournament, especially live here on pitch 1. For now though, QEGS Wakefield looking to respond, and some nice handling has got them in behind, and all of a sudden it's opened up. Will Hunter will stroll in. Nice out the back door pass from Calambi. And a good wrap-around run from Hunter. They made that look very simple. And QEGS will go ahead if they can convert from under the post here. Hunter has it. It's 19-17. QEGS in front. The Calambi offload created a gap between the two Dame Allan's defenders. A fast start for this second half. 2 tries each, but a conversion by QEGS separates the two. Well, Hunter with responsibilities. The kick-off here. Hung up. But well taken. A nice footwork to get round the first defender. A dummy as well. Draws in another man. Watson. Bit of patience from Hadrick. Watson. Forbes. And some nice footwork, and a little turn might just open things up. They're over the 10-metre. QEGS all over the breakdown. Takes 2 Dame Allan's defenders to drive through. The referee said no hands, and in came QEGS Wakefield looking to steal it. And then a quick tap. But a physical contact there from Jack Bailey. Dame Allan's come to the short side in numbers. Owen Forbes is there in support. Ratmond at 9. Good defence from Calambi. Ratmond on the wraparound puts it down. His fast feet will get him out of trouble, and it's chipped in behind there, and Ratmond, unfortunately, when he gets on the outside of Bailey there, he just tugs on the shirt, and that's the penalty that has spared QEGS Wakefield this time. So QEGS still lead by 2. This might just keep faint hopes alive for Barnard Castle, who will certainly top this pool. But will they have enough points to make it through to the big dance, that final game of the day? For now, though, Calambi, an assist already from deep inside his own half. This time will score one from well back inside his 10 metres. Calambi, well, just runs it backwards beyond the line, looking to take his time. But great work from Jade Calambi and QEGS Wakefield, who may well have sealed this game with 2 minutes to go. Another conversion. And that's really created quite a margin between the sides. Things just opened up there for QEGS. And Calambi always had the wheels to finish. Really taking his time. Kickoff from QEGS is hard into the Astro turf. It's bounced up unkindly for Dame Allan's, but they do carry it in. Finally, the hand goes up. And it is from the coach, Adam Hay, who says, indeed, the ball did go into touch. So it will be a line out for QEGS just outside the Dame Allen 10 metre. So after this fixture, one more pool game to come between Durham and Newcastle School for Boys. Then one of the playoff games, either 3rd v 4th, 5th v 6th, or 7th versus 8th, depending on who has had the less time on the live stream. So a nice touch from Adam Hay in the organisation of this tournament. Before 1st v 2nd at 20-3.
Tackle away, Dame Allen's.
MG 20 past 2 with the presentations coming at 20-3. QEGS though looking to extend their advantage. Double switch, looks to open things up. One-on-one here. Go to the outside, there is Connor Dale, and Dale will go all the way. And there's the cherry on top for QEGS Wakefield, who's lost to Barnard Castle right at the start of the day. They see them out of the very final fixture, 1st v 2nd, but it's a great performance for them here. This is a nice move. But the offload is just behind Connor Dale, who does really well there to step inside and out and beat the last defender. So just the kickoff to come for QEGS, and then we're into our final pool stage fixture of the afternoon. Hunter will take it. It's another deep kickoff. It's well taken by Dame Allen's. There's two there in gold and black to wrap them up. It's a nice run up to the 10 metre. Still a long way from home, Dame Allen's. Playing deep into overtime here. Desperate to get one more on the board. It's Forbes who goes down on the 10. And still down the short side they go. Good defence from QEGS Wakefield, even at this very late stage. Now Dame Allen's look to test them there. Bailey with a huge shot, driving his man towards the touchline. Penalty though goes the way of the hosts, and they're going to lose another 10 yards, QEGS, for flicking the ball away. Good communication from QEGS, as you can hear, but then one missed tackle might be enough. Hunter looking to get back for QEGS, and over the ball he goes. Just about kept alive. Good read in defence, but what a line that is by Ratmond, who came off his wing at the perfect time. And Louis Ratmond will wrap things up for Dame Allen's with a score. Off the bar and just about over. So final score here. Dame Allen's can't repeat their heroics earlier on the day with another victory. Instead, they've been beaten by QEGS. You can see exactly why they were national finalists at 15's level. Still bringing the prowess on the 7 scene as well. Ratmond has the final say though for Dame Allen's. And we're straight into our final pool stage game where Newcastle School for Boys are back on the live stream, this time taking on Durham. That game live in just a few moments' time. Another game for you live from the Dame Allan's Sevens. It's the final pool fixture, and it's Durham School taking on Newcastle School for Boys. Durham with a victory over Loretto and a defeat to Gosforth, who will likely top this group and will likely be in the big dance, the final, later on this afternoon, if they can get a final bonus point win over Loretto. It's Durham on defensive duties for the first time, and I'm delighted to be joined by Louis Myerscough from the Durham side. And you were just saying how it's been a mixed bag today, but plenty of good sevens on show.
Yeah, we had a first game against Gosforth, pretty soft performance from us, but came back against Loretto, really good performance, really physical, really brought it to them. NSB local side, hoping to pull something out the bag here. Unfortunately, I'm not playing today, injured, pulled hamstring, but the boys are looking strong. Putting out really good performance, ready for Osmond Park next week, yeah.
There's a big turnover at the breakdown from Dan Kassap. The Falcons under 16. And then they've managed to find it through to George Bolam. Another Falcon in this Durham side, and he scores the first. NSB just had it stolen from them on the floor there. And it will be AJ Edwards, of course, England under 17, to kick this over. Would have seen Durham live in action at Myerscough Castle in the 15 season, but now in sevens ahead of Roslin. As you said, Louis Myers-Lewis, how are things shaping up for Durham ahead of that huge tournament?
We've only had a few sevens fixtures, but we're looking strong, really bring things together. This tournament is a great display for us to pull things together fully for next week. But we're looking strong, ready for it. Lads are really up for it. It's been a difficult season.
But another chance here for Durham. What a start it is. It was Bolam who got up at kickoff, tapped it back, and then in the end it popped up to Jack McBurney. And the two Falcons have carved out a second opportunity for Durham, and they've taken it. And what a start it is for Mark Bedworth's side. Well, it's been a really good start. Louis, you couldn't ask for a faster kickoff, 2 early tries.
Yeah, well, Bolam, lethal in the air. Can't get past his long arms, but he's had a great day so far. Hopefully keeps it up the whole time. Muller has just come back from injury. He's been out for got to be 4 or 5 months now. He's come back really strong, really up for it, loads of energy. Cracking play to have back on the pitch.
Well, Bolam gets up again and knocks it back, and here's William Maltrat. He finds an offload. Into contact they go. Maltrat at scrum half, taking the direct route and through the tackles. And William Maltrat, another Newcastle Falcon, scores for Durham. They're all involved here. The Academy boys. It's a third try in quick succession. And Durham School taking NSB to the sword at the moment. Well, the commentator's curse, whatever the reverse effect of that, has just infected William Maltrat's game. Freshly onto the field, and what a score for him. Louis, you're making it look a little bit easy at the moment, Durham.
Yeah, well, I mean, we started very, very weak today, but this has got to be a great performance so far. See where we go from here.
Bolam robbed of the opportunity to compete for it there, as the kick's not 10, so a chance finally for Newcastle to play with a bit of ball in hand. It's tapped by Ainsley at halfway and whipped wide by Ted Fletcher. Little show and go, draws in 2 defenders. Over goes Christy Lane. Penalty at the breakdown. Durham have it back again. And here's Edwards. Nice footwork. And there's the acceleration. And it's another breakaway score for Durham. And this is an absolute exhibition. 4 tries already in the first half. We've still got almost 3 minutes left to play. I mean, Louis, I know you've warmed up today, this Durham side. It's taken a bit of time for them to get things together, but this is remarkable. Could you expect such a performance so late in the day?
I mean, well, we've literally gone from strength to strength after the first game. Can't really beat it. Can't diss them at all. Playing unreal, boys.
Well, the call was hands from the touchline when AJ Edwards had it back in his possession, but he took it all on himself, and he'll have duties at kick-off as well.
Gonna add that to his highlight reel.
I'm sure he will. As Bolam now this time evaded by Newcastle. It's a nice offload, but it's been knocked on. And Bolam just brushes off his man. He's got Somersault there looking to make the tackle. In comes the fend from George Bolam. And he scores another for Durham. 5 tries already. And, well, given the design of the tournament, it's almost a shame we're not going to see much more of Durham School. We'll definitely finish a comfortable second place in the group. But that's how cruel Sevens can be sometimes, and it will prepare you for how ruthless Roslyn Park can be as well, Louis.
Yeah, well, the thing about Sevens is it's like lose one game and you're out. Lose by a point, you're out. It's brutal. You could have a brilliant game the next game, and it's just you've just got to go all out full time. You can't waste any time. You've got to score, get your points on the board. You've got to take the wins.
Still another minute 15 to go. I don't think Newcastle were that keen to get things back underway, but an opportunity for them to start turning things around from this kickoff. AJ Edwards, of course, with another kick to come, with Bolam in pursuit. This time it's short, but that's the line you tread, Lou, when you're looking to win it back off kickoff.
Yeah, it's quite a risky game, high risk, high reward, but kickoffs to the killers in Sevens. If you score, you want the ball back, so you've got to compete. If you're losing and you're not catching your kickoffs, then you can't really expect to go anywhere.
Ainsley with a good carry, and here's Nathan Bailey, who picks out McIntosh on the wraparound. He's driven back confidently there. Penalty, though, will go against Durham School. Just got pinned in there a little bit, Edwards. So Somersault whips it away. Fletcher. Another penalty advantage. Not 10. Big chance then for Newcastle School for Boys. Tap by Toby Somersault, who goes down the short side. Fletcher. Miss pass, just put down. And that's unfortunate. Half time then. And the most one-sided performance so far at the Dame Allen Sevens has come right at the conclusion of the group stages, because Durham Cathedral School have absolutely ran away with things. They've notched up 33 unanswered points in this game. Louis, your take on that first half, which has really shown everything that Durham School has to offer?
Just really strong start, catching the kickoffs, going hard at them, bringing the physical game. Can't really beat it. NSB got quite a weak underbelly. We brought it against them. Can't really do anything against it. Really strong start from the boys. Just keep it coming.
Although after that opening game defeat, it may well be Gosforth Academy going through to the final later on this afternoon. It's still a great performance from Durham School, but if one side can score 33 in the first half, maybe another side can as well. Newcastle School for Boys have 7 minutes to work their way back into the contest, and we'll be live again in just a few moments' time. First kick-off of the game for Newcastle School for Boys, because it's been pure dominance by Durham so far, but they've got time to turn that around. Good shot off the kick-off. Perfect start for Newcastle. But Durham will play with possession. I'm joined by Louis Myers-Lewis from Durham, of course, and we were just discussing at the break how strong a first half it's been, but how strong in return Gosforth were in that opening game.
Yeah, they brought a really physical game, beating us on our ones. We were just really slow at start, so it's a pretty unfortunate loss. Could have gone another way another day, but is what it is at the end of the day.
We may see them in action in the final game between the first and second ranked side out of 12 here at the Dame Allen Sevens. But a penalty has got Newcastle on the front foot early in the second half. Cohen takes it in. Well, he can't get to ground there, so it will come back for the penalty advantage. But Toby Summersall won by driving into his Durham man. He wasn't 10 yards back after the first penalty was given away. So a tap for Newcastle School for Boys, who've got a bit of a mountain to climb here. Ainsley skips away from the first man, but is brought down. Over the ball go Durham. Cohen is behind him there, but regathered by Finn Peter. Cohen, Fletcher on the reverse. Bailey, Ainsley, nice footwork. In comes the tackle. Durham are over the ball. And finally it's a penalty that goes the way of the green and white. And Louis, that's great defence from Durham, who are under pretty sustained pressure there.
Yeah, just shots all around. George Bolam, massive hitter, one of our best players. Can't fault him at all.
In the beautiful sunshine here in Newcastle, Durham have another opportunity. It's Edwards. Little hitch kick, and Edwards is away again. And he's got a long way to go with Summersall in pursuit, but I think AJ Edwards will score his second of the game. Right in front of the Newcastle huddle down there behind the sticks. And after all that hard work in defence, Louis, it's exactly what Durham deserve. But again, it's a try from a long way out. The holes are just a bit too frequent for Durham in this fixture.
Yeah, well, he's left Toby in the dirt there. You've got to win your ones and sevens. It's the only way to win. If you've got to cover your gaps, it's a matter of inches of whether you score, whether you go through, or if you're getting shotted in a touch.
Well, there's 10 Falcons across the two sides here as well, Louis. So a bit of sort of cross-contamination between who knows who in this fixture.
Yeah, well, all the lads are pretty close. A few of them have played Academy League together. Good side, good connections. But then also against like Gossy, that was pretty much the whole side in Falcons. So it's a lot of rivalry, a lot of friendly rivalries.
Yeah, some good vibes across the field here at Dame Allen's. Beautiful weather as well, but Newcastle still yet to get on the board in this game. And it's come loose, and it's come the way of Durham Cathedral School again. Passes just behind Renwick there, but Renwick draws in his man and frees the hands. And in goes the fend. And Gareth Bolam will score. Surely a relation to George there, Louis.
Yeah, cousins, close cousins. We've got Bolam's a bit of a beanpole, and then Gareth's just a mini one, so...
And both Bolams on the score sheet.
Yep.
Durham have another. They're up by 44 now. After that 6th try is converted. Good acceleration from Renwick, drew in the last defender. Summersall on the cover again, but just evaded by Gareth Bolam this time. Well, this is looking promising ahead of Roslyn Park next week, as you were saying you were gearing up to, Louis. What do you make of the group you've got, or Durham Cathedral's chances overall?
I think it could go either way. We're hoping to bring a good performance. We're playing Ellesmere, who beat Gossy by quite a strong performance, actually. I think it was 42-12 or something like that. So we're going to have to bring a good game against them, but really it could go either way.
So a kick that doesn't go 10 is an opportunity for Newcastle to get on the offensive. Fletcher just teasing the defender, and then a little hitch kick, taking it forward. Basketball pass over the top. And they're straight back to their feet there. Peter still driving on. Bit lateral there from Peter. Here's Bailey. Lovely weight on the pass. It's got Durham backpedaling. Into contact goes McIntosh. There's 3 in there at the breakdown, but it's still come Newcastle's way, so there must be space somewhere on the field. Fletcher. Walton. Back to Fletcher again. 2-on-1. Peter goes for the corner. Great acceleration from Peter, and a wonderful offload to keep it alive. And Newcastle are on the board, and it's the skipper, Ted Fletcher, who goes over. Well, Louis, that's an excellently worked try under great pressure from a Durham defence that's let nothing slip so far in this game.
I think just giving a bit of chance to get back in the game. I mean, the scoreboard so far gone now. It's kind of no worth fighting back, but given the points they can get, you know what I mean.
Indeed, good to get on the board, just as they did against Gosforth late on. As they've scored another late try here, but it still remains 49-5 for Durham, our biggest scoreline of the day so far. And, well, you may well have cracked your way into the top 8 with this fixture, which means you will have a playoff game, Louis, after this.
That's good to hear. Hopefully win that as well.
We'll have a ranking of all the top 8 conclusively after those final round of playoffs. That's our next game live here. And for now, though, it's another break for Durham. Gareth Bolam will have his second. That's a hat-trick of tries for the Bolams between them. And Durham break the 50-point mark inside 14 minutes. That's a pretty impressive feat that not many can hold a claim to in sevens at this level. Final score then, after this well-taken try. Nice offload in there from Dan Kassap as well, the Newcastle Falcon under-16, which leaves it at 56-5. Some performance, Louis, and you've definitely earned your way into another playoff game to finish in the top 8.
That's good to hear. Boys deserve it. They played really well against Loretto. Ended up in a 4-against-4 against Loretto at one point, but hopefully we can carry on to do as well as we can for the rest of the day.
Well, that's the pool stages all wrapped up then. Thank you very much, Louis, for joining us for that one.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
And we will find out our next fixture in just a few moments' time. It is either 3rd v 4th, 5th v 6th, or 7th v 8 out of the top 8 rankings. There's still one game ongoing over on pitch 3. Actually, pitch 2 still underway as well. So we'll have that final 2 fixtures when they are loaded up onto socks. We'll be live back here at the Dame Allen Sevens for our last 2 games, both playoffs, in a few moments' time.
Sum up life in Dame Allen's sixth form in 3 words. I'd say fun, definitely challenging, quite exciting. The refurbished Queen's building is absolutely amazing. It's really nice, for one, having the cafe. Blueberry muffins in there, best you'll ever get anywhere. But it also has the group workspace downstairs, which is really nice and relaxed. And then the quiet workspace upstairs to get a lot of work done if you just need to focus.
For anyone considering coming to Dame Allen's, I feel as though you should definitely come in for the day, see how you find it. I think there's a really good community here, there's a really welcoming environment.
I would definitely say there's a massive emphasis on well-being around the school, so you can really tell the teachers care and therefore the students care, and it's just a really lovely environment to be in. I do a lot of sport and music as well as my academia, so I think that it provides the perfect balance.
I'd say Dame Allen's sixth form is special because of, one, the new refurbished building, but also the really dedicated teachers and the lovely pastoral care that you can get that really just sets it apart from anywhere else. Sum up life in Dame Allen's sixth form.
Get ready for the ultimate international showdown. This December, the Global Schools Challenge 2025 is heading to the Mediterranean Sports Hub in Salou, Spain, located just an hour outside of Barcelona. From December 14th to 19th, the world's top student athletes will compete in rugby and a range of new sports. Hosted at one of Europe's premier facilities, you'll experience world-class pitches, state-of-the-art equipment, and a vibrant atmosphere designed for excellence. Off the field, explore the beautiful coastal town of Salou, enjoy golden beaches, and take a trip to Barcelona for iconic landmarks like the Sagrada Familia and the Nou Camp. Every game will be streamed live by NextGenXV, bringing the action to a global audience. Don't miss your chance to be part of this incredible event. Register now at globalschoolschallenge.com and rise to the challenge.
The right kit changes everything. With the right kit, you're ready for anything. United, connected, unstoppable. Whatever your sport, we are your sporting partner. Creating your kit your way. For every team, for every challenge, for every aspiration. Feel seen, feel ready, feel part of the team. Kit on, game on.
Get ready for the ultimate international showdown. This December, the Global Schools Challenge 2025 is heading to the Mediterranean Sports Hub in Salou, Spain, located just an hour outside of Barcelona. From December 14th to 19th, the world's top student athletes will compete in rugby and a range of new sports. Hosted at one of Europe's premier facilities, you'll experience world-class pitches, state-of-the-art equipment, and a vibrant atmosphere designed for excellence. Off the field, explore the beautiful coastal town of Salou, enjoy golden beaches, and take a trip to Barcelona for iconic landmarks like the Sagrada Familia and the Nou Camp. Every game will be streamed live by NextGenXV, bringing the action to a global audience. Don't miss your chance to be part of this incredible event. Register now at globalschoolschallenge.com and rise to the challenge.
The right kit changes everything. With the right kit, you're ready for anything. United, connected, unstoppable. Whatever your sport, we are your sporting partner. Creating your kit your way. For every team, for every challenge, for every aspiration. Feel seen, feel ready, feel part of the team. Kit on, game on.
Get ready for the ultimate international showdown. This December, the Global Schools Challenge 2025 is heading to the Mediterranean Sports Hub in Salou, Spain, located just an hour outside of Barcelona. From December 14th to 19th, the world's top student athletes will compete in rugby and a range of new sports. Hosted at one of Europe's premier facilities, you'll experience world-class pitches, state-of-the-art equipment, and a vibrant atmosphere designed for excellence. Off the field, explore the beautiful coastal town of Salou, enjoy golden beaches, and take a trip to Barcelona for iconic landmarks like the Sagrada Familia and the Nou Camp. Every game will be streamed live by NextGenXV, bringing the action to a global audience. Don't miss your chance to be part of this incredible event. Register now at globalschoolschallenge.com and rise to the challenge.
The right kit changes everything. With the right kit, you're ready for anything. United, connected, unstoppable. Whatever your sport, we are your sporting partner. Creating your kit your way. For every team, for every challenge, for every aspiration. Feel seen, feel ready, feel part of the team. Kit on, game on.
So we're into our final two fixtures live here from the Dame Allen Sevens at Cochrane Park, the home of Newcastle University Rugby Club. And there's been a couple of shocks in the final round of group fixtures which have really changed up how things are going to go in these final two games. Well, Loreto with a huge victory over Gosforth, the side who are well on their way through to the final rounds, first v second, were beaten. And that's jumped them up to 7th place. So they'll be live in this 7th, 8th playoff against the host, Dame Allen. There's also games going on across the other two pitches when the 3rd and 4th side, Myerscough and Gosforth, who are both so unlucky to miss out on the final, will be playing And then Durham will take on QEGS in 5th v 6 over on pitch 2. But you might be wondering why Myerscough and Gosforth are not live in this final game. It's because there was a draw in the very final fixture before the break between RGS Newcastle and Myerscough. So Newcastle snooked through on points difference. Loretto, who were 2 losses from 2 when they took on Gosforth in that final game, beat them 17-14 in a real upset. And that's got Loretto through to this playoff game where we'll see them for the first time when they take on Dame ALLAN'S. That game is live in just a few moments' time. Well, there's the rock, paper, scissors in case of the... Instead of the toss today, as Bruce Witherhead, the Loretto captain, has won the toss. So we kick off for the men in red and white, take on the home side, Dame ALLAN'S. And I'm delighted to be joined by Will Wells on co-commentary for this one. Will, it's been a beautiful day and a fun day of sevens as well. But can the home side top it off with another win here?
Yeah, definitely. It's been a good day of rugby, and hopefully we're going to win this one here.
So, how have they ended up here then? Dame ALLAN'S with a victory in their first game was enough to carry them through to 8th place in a group that Barnard Castle has dominated, and they're through to the final after this. Loretto with a shock victory against Gosforth, who were, by all accounts, through to the final. Instead, they are in a 3rd, 4th game with Myerscough after RGS snuck through to the final on points difference. So taken well off a deep kickoff. And now Loretto looking to fire in and make some physical shots here. The Scottish side have had a great season under Andrew Binikos. But it's still the hosts in possession Ollie Bias makes the tackle. A falcon in this Scottish side. Plenty of them on show across the tournament, including in this young Dame Allen's team, who are still maintaining possession, and then an unforced error, and it's a turnover. You've got to say, Will, that's great defence from Loretto. They've really managed to keep Dame Allen's contained. But it's a chance for Dame Allen's now to defend instead. How have you fared defensively so far, Dame Allen's, across this tournament?
Yeah, I think we've defended well overall. Just a few mistakes has cost us in the 2 games against Barney, and then yeah, it's been unfortunate, but hopefully we'll have a good set here.
There's a victory over Yarm School, and then QEGS Wakefield, the national finalist, did a job on Dame Allen's, but that victory against Yarm enough to get them through this final. First attack in earnest then for Loretto. Ball back on the inside for Struan Talak. And he scored the first for Loretto. Big bumping run from Henno Bow, a Scotland under-18 international. And then Struan Talak, who played on Sunday for Scotland, is here in Newcastle scoring the first. Wide from the conversion, so it will stay at 5 apiece. Dame Allen's go behind. Well, it was all level at 12 apiece in that QEGS Wakefield game, and then a win against Yarm, even if the QEGS game got away from Dame Allen's. It's been a strong performance from the home side. How is the mood in the camp? How do they feel things have gone so far on home turf?
Yeah, I think we've done all well. We've done all right. We've got a few players who haven't got too much experience playing sevens, so it's been good to see them get some game time. Yeah, we played well against QEGS, but just at the end kind of couldn't come through and get the last couple of points to push us over the line.
And the kick that has gone straight out allows Owen Forbes to drive forward for Dame Allen's. Forbes gets the offload away. There's a slight knock-on there from Loretto. So knock-on advantage for the host. That's lovely footwork and a line break for Dame Allen's. Eventually dragged down just shy of that 5 metre. What an opportunity this is for the host. Here's Forbes to the co-captain Brathwaite. And now maybe a bit of space out wide. Great pace down the channel, but what a tackle that is. Flying in, a real try-saver in every sense of the word from Ollie Bias. And Will, you're so unlucky not to level things up there.
Yeah, Harry Graham's done well there on the outside, just couldn't quite get the line.
Harry Graham scored one of the tries of the tournament against QEGS from deep inside his own half, but Bias has got him under control there. And now Loretto look to break from deep inside their own 22 themselves. And it's a foot race down the right-hand channel that it looks like Loretto might win. Has he got the wheels to go all the way? Hunted down by Harry Graham, but then the pass on the inside sees Loretto through. Talak with a second. Nehemiah Sewer made all the yards down the right from Palmy Boys High School in New Zealand up to Loretto in Scotland, and setting up another try for the men in red and white.
Just come all the way, guys.
Well, Will, that is unfortunate because you did so well to carve out an opportunity deep in Loretto's territory, but then in the game of sevens it can all change so quickly.
Oh, definitely. It's been really end-to-end, and it's just unlucky we couldn't get over there. Harry Graham's worked well back there, try and put them under some pressure, but they just managed to score it there.
Well, Harry Graham does get back to force Nehemiah Sewer to find the pass, but Struan Talak in support. And kick off as well from Loretto. Bruce Weatherhead, the captain. That ball bobbles in midfield and chipped in behind, and it's another foot race, but there's a sweeper in the form of Talak. Lovely footwork to beat the first man. And now Ollie Bias is in behind. He's got Forbes in pursuit, but the nice footwork back on the inside puts Bias in for the score. And Loretto is showing exactly how they managed to beat the soon-to-be finalist Gosforth and knock them out of that game, because, Will, they've looked really impressive here.
Yeah, they are. They've definitely been the better side so far in this half. I think Dame Allen's are looking tired out here and just need to get through this last game.
Well, even in a reduced format tournament like this, with as few games as possible ahead of Rosden Park next week, in the sunshine, it's still a lot of hard work out there, Will.
Oh, definitely. It's been a perfect day for some rugby with the sun out. So yeah.
Amazing games taking place as well on pitches 2 and 3. Durham taking on QEGS, and the Ace Colleges facing off Myerscough and Gosforth. RGS versus Barnard Castle. Two sides we haven't seen in the tournament will face off for first or second here at the Dame Allen Sevens in its 3rd edition. But now though, here's Watson for the hosts, who've cleanly taken the kick-off and looking to drive forward. But Loretto make the tackle on 10 metres. And they have turned it over from the breakdown as well. Penalty for Loretto inside the 10. There's the tap from Bow. Alex on the switch, but instead it's Sewer. Inside and out. Sewer with lovely footwork, putting in the handoff as well. Nehemiah Sewer will have his try. And the Kiwi gets Loretto's 4th. What a first half it's been. The Nehemiah Sewer, who so nearly scored in the corner, had to find the pass inside for Talet, but not this time. He goes all himself. Beautiful footwork, and at the break, Loretto lead by 24 unanswered points. Now, Will, let's have another look at this score. I mean, it's wonderful footwork, and the handoff as well. Pretty unstoppable.
Yeah, he's doing very well there to get through our line. Unbelievable footwork, really, so it's difficult to stop that.
Indeed it is, and Dame Allen's cannot. At half-time, they trail by 24 unanswered points, but still 7 minutes to go in their tournament, Will. They'll have a chance to get back into the game here.
Oh, a long way to go. I reckon there's definitely a chance to bring this back here. You know, good team talk from Haggy and Kelly at half-time, and we're back flying for the second half.
Second half to come in the 7th-8th playoff here at the Dame Allen Sevens. The hosts trail by 24 with 7 minutes still to play. Second half to come here. Loretto in control, the Scottish side, who have made it through to the playoffs after beating finalist hopefuls Gosforth in the final game of their pool stage. I'm delighted to be joined by Will Wells from Dame Allen's, who are going to be kicking us off here. And we were just discussing at the break how unique this tournament's been, because in every side there's been a couple of people who seem to know someone from the opposition. You know, just there's 4 sides from Newcastle here, but there's also plenty of academy representation in this part of the country. It's interesting for a tournament where there's so many shared players.
Yeah, definitely. When playing each other through the 15 season, you kind of get a feel for what the other side's going to be like. I feel for this one here, though, Loretto don't really know too much about them, which can sometimes be beneficial for us.
It's a lovely run to get things underway for Dame Allen's, who have claimed it back off the kickoff. And now they're on the offensive. Here's Watson. Wider still for Adams. He takes on his man one-on-ones, but is sent back packing there. Great tackle by Milner. Finding the offload, Dame Allen's, to keep the attack alive. And a penalty advantage has now gone their way as well. Nice ball into the path of Brathwaite. Little hitch kick, trying to get on the outside of Talet. Great tackle by the Scottish international. Straight over the ball go Loretto. But will come back for the penalty. Well, they've quick tap, but the penalty's back closer to the 22. Good start to the second half though, Will.
Yeah, we've come off flying in the second half and putting a lot of pressure on Loretto here, so good second half to come.
Some more footwork out wide, but denied by Loretto this time. Here is Brathwaite. The pass is just in front of anyone in black, yellow and red, but Watson sweeps it up and finds Adams. Little step inside and out. Nehemiah Sewer gets a taste of his own medicine there with some wonderful footwork. But the try has not been given because it's been knocked on, Will, and that's so disappointing because Dame Allen's deserved a score there.
Oh my word, Wadsy, what is he doing there? I think he's put the ball down too early.
Oh, indeed, it's been slapped out of his hand by Nehemiah Sewer. We just couldn't see it here from our spot. It was right in the corner behind the linesman and a cameraman as well from our angle. But, well, what a try-saving bit of play from Nehemiah Sewer. He slapped it out of his hand. He just needed to dive over the line, Will.
You know what? For anyone for that to happen to, it was definitely going to be Will Adams there. You could, so typical that is.
So, try scorer aplenty in this tournament, Will Adams, but denied there. And, well, now it's a scrum on the 22. Midway between both sidelines for Dame Allen's. What a peculiar period of play here in this second half. Forbes from the base of the scrum looking to evade his way through, but that's nice hands in there. But it's been stolen by Loretto. Still very much in danger here. Looking to play from beyond their own try line. Lovely show and go from the 9, who sniped round the short side. He's got a long way to go, but this will be a 95-metre score for Loretto as he takes his foot off the accelerator, closing in. What a score that is. Bruce Weatherhead, the captain, has gone all the way. And not for the first time in this game, Will. Dame Allen's have come so close, but have been yet so far.
Yeah, that's the second time now that we've had all the pressure on Loretto here, and they've managed to get around the outside and score from the full length of the pitch, which is really disappointing. But I'm sure the lads won't give up.
The show and go in the truest form. Gave his man the eyes and everything. Found a metre of space down the short side to go the full length. It looks like Weatherhead's going to be chasing this kickoff as well. Asking a lot of their skipper hit here as it's been put down off the kickoff. So that bright start to the second half of Dame Allen's fading ever so slightly. But Will, it's been a great tournament in its third year to organise this so close to Roslyn Park when sevens teams all over the country start to get nervous. It's been another great success.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's been a great day out for the lads, and it's a really good setup which has been organised here at Cotton Park, and really good for us to get a run out before Roslyn Park as well.
Benji Bone under a world of pressure there at the scrum, but Loretto do come away with it. Looking to set the platform here. Weatherhead gets an offload through contact, and Lockie Goffin with the step. Playing in this tournament as a 15-year-old, the number 10. But in the end, it is knocked on. Good defence from Owen Forbes. In the line, bringing them forward, and then knocked on out wide. Leading from the front there, the two skippers. And Owen Forbes, to be co-captain as an under-16 is quite remarkable, Will.
Yeah, definitely, but he fully deserves it, to be fair. He's been great throughout the whole 15 season, and he's led the boys well today.
Scrum to be fed by Dame Allen's. Loretto get the counter shove on. They do really well to dig it out of there. And a direct carry sent back the other way by Weatherhead. He's straight back to his feet. But Dame Allen's still plugging away, always backwards. So they can still play with ball in hand here. From just on the 22 metre. A little bit slow to get it out wide there, but that's great footwork. And great running again down this left-hand side. It's Harry Graham again, looking to go all the way for Dame Allen's. Well, you highlighted him earlier in the first half. He scored one of the tries of the tournament against QEGS, and that's another blinder with nothing on. Harry Graham has scored for Dame Allen's.
Yeah, he's done unbelievably well up the wing there, taking on two men from Loretto and finished it under the stick, so it's always good.
Started again from on his 22. It's another 80-metre score for the winger. Here it is here, Will. He does so well from here because he's one-on-one. Skips away. Great shot there of him taking on Mason Gray. And then through the tackle of Goffin as well. What a way to get Dame Allans back into the contest. 29-7 they trail. But right before the end of this playoff game, they are on the board. One last tack perhaps for Loretto. Penalty for Dame Allans. So another bite at the cherry for the hosts. And they close down this scoreline even more so. Forbes gets the pass away. It's a long ball over the top. Good leg drive, up past the 10. Owen Forbes. Bit of patience to put it back on the inside. Ball is behind, but it does fall to Watson. Another switch. Loretto stand firm for now. Flick back on the inside. Again, it's backwards. Brathwaite.
Here we go, come on.
Watson puts in the handoff and beats his man. The big don't argue from Watson. That might have opened up Loretto here. Driving over the 10. There's plenty of company at the breakdown. And it's back with Loretto instead. Deep into overtime here. The game is certainly over. But there may yet still be more points to be put on the board. Over the ball go Dame Allans. But in the end, it will be a simple knock-on that brings an end to the contest. Final score then remains Loretto 29, Dame Allans 7s. A strong Loretto side. Well, it's good to have seen them on the live stream before the end of the tournament.
Yeah, definitely. Despite being 29-7 though, I thought that didn't really reflect the full game. I thought we showed elements of good stuff in there, but obviously Loretto's taken their chances and they've come out on top.
Thanks very much for joining us then, Will. Enjoy the rest of your beautiful afternoon here in Newcastle.
Thanks a lot.
But the final game of the Dame Allans Sevens, two sides as yet unseen here on the live stream. It's Barnet Castle who dominated their group, which also included the hosts, Yarm and QEGS Wakefield, which is no easy feat. Taking on RGS Newcastle, who were through to the final on points difference after a thrilling 21-21 draw with Myerscough in Group A.
No grabbing the shirt. So do you want to ask one people so you can get the photo? Oh yeah, true. Can one of you take a photo of us? Please. Pretty please. Pretty please. Thanks. Put cherry on top. Please. Please. Yeah. Mike's right there. Thank you very much. Thanks, buddy. I don't want to see. It's a shame we don't have Stuart Leach. Stuart Leach.
Well, it's a playoff final then. The two top sides from the competition so far facing off here at Cochrane Park in the Dame Allans Sevens. It's Barnet Castle in the brown shorts and white and black shirts, taking on RGS Newcastle in the red and black strip. I'm joined by one of Newcastle's own, Ollie Emerson. We were just discussing how important that huge game against Myerscough was to make this final. What a performance, 21 apiece.
Yeah, it was a really good performance from the boys. Led in a few easy tries. We had a long break before the game, so I think we might have switched off a little bit, but we were good to stay in it.
And from kick-off there, might have switched off a little bit to start this final, because Barnard Castle do have it short at the line-out, and this is their first chance to attack through Sam Gregory. Gregory finds a pass, but he's there in support, lifted off the deck. Sam Gregory again, interception, stolen by Ewan Joblin, and Ewan Joblin now is driving down the right-hand side, brought down on the 22, and just knocked on. But what a bright start to the final. Ewan Joblin has just got Newcastle to come alive. Well, you're disappointed it was knocked on there, Ollie, but a good start for Newcastle. Good recovery.
Yeah, it's important we start this game quickly. I think it's the 5th time we've played Barney, and 15s on 7s this year, so it'll be a good challenge.
Well, two sides that certainly know each other well. From the scrum, it's Reese Jenkins who plays away and then finds an offload. Jenkins again, lovely step. And then onto the outside, looking to take on RGS Newcastle. Brought down at the 10. Good tackle by Notson, Logic Bane, and stolen as well. And now Newcastle on the transition, looking to punish Barnard Castle. Offload goes to deck, lifted up again by Jenkins. Finally a knock-on. It's a pretty nervous start for both sides, Ollie.
Yeah, I think we'd prefer it if it was a bit cleaner, but as long as the score stays in our favour.
So a scrum then for RGS Newcastle in a really promising position. What are you expecting to see from this set play?
Then get the ball to that man on the outside, Sam Wardle, as quick as possible.
Scrum stolen by Barney. And Barnard Castle now goes straight to the width, looking to challenge RGS again. Down on the 10 metre. They're well set in attack here. Short line instead from Alex Fisco. And Fisco at the 22. Won't be caught. Great line by Fisco. And Barnard Castle have scored first in this final. Now, Ollie, that scrum turnover, pretty rare in sevens, but disappointing for your side.
Yeah, very. It was a scrum in a promising position. Could really keep a hold of that.
First try of the day goes to Barnard Castle, but with 4 minutes still in this first half. Plenty of time to get back into the contest. It will be Barnard Castle with this second kick-off of the fixture so far. Good step from Fisco, but he took it so hard at the line there that any change of direction was going to deceive the defence. Kick-off to come from Gregory. Can Newcastle respond in their home city here on Tyneside? It's another kick-off that falls into no man's land. Slapped down there by Barnard Castle, so will be another scrum for RGS. So we'll touch on the group stage while we have you here. That draw against Myerscough was great, but then a tough game against Ampleforth. In the end, you put 40 points on them.
Yeah, the first 2 games were. I think that's what got us across from Myerscough, the points difference. We just kept putting it on. Went for the bonus point, and then we had the momentum, so we just kept going.
Hold.
And this time the scrum does go the way of RGS. They do indeed go as wide as they can at the first time of asking. And Wardle gets on the outside. What pace from Sam Wardle. The Falcon here in Newcastle has gone all the way. Well, it wasn't a complicated game plan, Ollie, but you did predict it perfectly.
That's his skill set. He's just absolutely wheels.
Sam Wardle gets Newcastle on level terms with a clean conversion. And this final is well set to still go either way. Have another look at it here, Will. Absolutely burnt his man.
I mean, their winger had no chance.
Well, Stanley beaten, and then from there it was a clean run-in here at Cochrane Park. Still kick-off to come in this final game. Hooked high by Newcastle. Taken well off the kick-off, but the pass inside is loose, and instead it's driven into touch. Good tackle by Nonso Ojigbani. Well, is the tide of this game turning, Ollie, perhaps in your side's favour?
Yeah, if we can keep defence like that, there's no reason why we can't win.
Line out for RGS Newcastle. Short to Nico Savic. Then a loopy miss pass. Colbeck does regather. He's put down emphatically just inside the Barnard Castle half. Jobling does find Wardle again. Takes the direct route this time. Just about clung onto by Barnard Castle. Pickard at 9. And then in comes the fend. Colbeck looking for a line break again. Barnard Castle fishing at the breakdown. Pickard, Jobling on the turn. Put to ground, but always backwards from Wardle. Jobling, big old miss pass there because there's a man over. And then the acceleration from Ojigbani. The sweeper gets a hold of him. Over the ball goes Myerscough again. Jobling to the short side, again brought down. Last ditch from Barnard Castle. Penalty goes the way of the locals. Quick tap, just about clung onto. Ojigbani takes on 3 defenders, but Barnard Castle are over the ball, and it's a reversal, and they've stolen it. And there's the quick tap. No chance for Newcastle to mourn the loss of possession there. It bobbles unkindly, but here is Stanley. Big shot comes in to put him down from Savic. Barnard Castle still with it. Nice work from Jenkins, great acceleration. Myerscough gets the offload, puts in the fend. Over the halfway, there's no one there to chase him. Second try for Alex Myerscough. And finally a chance for us all to take a breath. Ollie, what a period of play.
Yeah, we were unlucky to get some points out of that. Yeah, they had a good turnover, and then we couldn't defend them through the middle. It's just what happens in sevens.
Quick transition has Barnard Castle ahead at the break. And that's a really tough way to go into half-time for RGS Newcastle. But it's Barnard Castle that have done excellently well and will take a 1-try advantage into half-time. Ollie, what do you think the messages are from Joel Conlon at the break for RGS?
I think in attack we've been quite efficient. We've let in 2 relatively easy tries through the middle in defence, so probably closing some gaps in the middle of the pitch and push them out wide.
Well, we're into the second half of our final game here at the Dame Allen Sevens. In just a few moments' time, Barnard Castle lead by 14-7. Twice Alex Myerscough straight through the centre has got them in front. But RGS Newcastle still with plenty of time to respond.
Let's go, Reese. Let's go, Reese.
Second half, it will be RGS to kick us off in the black and red strip, playing now from right to left against Barnard Castle. Well, it's a kick-off that was won by Newcastle, but unfortunately just tapped forward off the hands of Ed Stoner. Ollie Emerson alongside me still. And, well, what do you make of this tournament as prep for Roslyn Park, of course, next week? And how are RGS Newcastle feeling about the competition?
Feeling very good, very positive, especially off the back of some of the performances today. It's a really good occasion, good weather for it as well.
Now some nice footwork from the feet of the breakdown, but it's been knocked on. Barnard Castle now in defence. Great recovery from Rhys Jenkins. But the penalty has gone the way of RGS Newcastle. So flung away by Pickard to the captain Jobling. Switch on the inside. Here's Ewan Jobling again. Pickard. Little switch on the inside for Nico Savic. Savic brought down by Gavin. Jobling, good hands. Bends off Gregory, but then Gregory gets a hold of his man. Great work over the breakdown by Victor Vodica. And Vodica steals it for Barnard Castle. Jenkins, Fisco on a hat-trick now. Contact on the 10-metre. Well, it's a penalty there, unfortunately, at the breakdown. Jenkins can carry for Newcastle. Or Barnard Castle, sorry, into the path of Newcastle. Fisco brought down by RGS again. And a reversal there, a big penalty. It's an ill-disciplined start to the second half, really, Ollie, but in the end it goes Newcastle's way.
Yeah, a lot of penalties there. I think if we keep the discipline and keep the ball for the rest of this half, could come out on top.
Slow to get us started here, but eventually the tap does come. Pickard. Another switch on the inside. Great acceleration. Newcastle are away. And it's that man again. Sam Wardle, the under-18 of Newcastle Falcons, has scored his second. How dangerous is he, Ollie, in the game of sevens?
He's very dangerous. He does the same in 15, same for the academy. Should really be doing it for England, but
that's a shout and a half, Ollie. And well, we'll have to wait and see how Sam Wardle gets on in the rest of the sevens season, because he's tearing up here in the final. 2 tries already. And Jobling adds the extras. So we're level again. But Ollie, how easy does he make it look here? So quickly through the hole. So for the second time in this final, Newcastle have dragged themselves back on level terms. Fisco, what a take off the kickoff. And Alex Fisco could be away for a hat-trick here. Hunted down by Onjigbani. What a tackle by Nonso Onjigbani. But straight away, Jenkins peels off and is ushered into the corner, but does get the score. And Barnard Castle, in the blink of an eye, are back in front again. Oh, Ollie, what do you make of that one? It was a great effort from Onjigbani to get back, but they couldn't keep out Barnard Castle.
Unreal effort. He has. We'll see if he can get it over. Might only be 5 points though.
First unconverted score of the game, perhaps. Sam Gregory has the opportunity. Oh, it's a great connection off the post. Little fist bump from yourself, Ollie. That could be really important given how the game's gone so far.
Yeah, it could be. Hopefully we can capitalise on that and sway the game back in our favour.
Another great take from Fisco. Almost went the full length. Denied by Nonso Onjigbani. Sam Gregory denied by the upright from the conversion attempt. He has kick-off here as players and coaches from across the day watch on the sidelines here at Cochrane Park. It's a good take for RGS Newcastle. And instead, they drive through the centre through Savic. It looked like they were on to just feed the pace merchant Sam Wardle again. Lovely switch. And this time it's Onjigbani through the centre. He's got Anderson looking to chase him down. But Nonso Onjigbani scores for Newcastle. And now they have a chance to go ahead for the first time, Ollie.
I don't know how he's done that after that chase back, but what a player.
Well, he denied Barnard Castle an easy conversion to make it 21-14. And on the switch, The same move that saw Sam Wardle break through. He scored himself. And Jobling adds the extras. RGS out in front. What an effort by Nonso Ojigbani. First in defence and then here in attack. It's a simple move, Ollie, but when you've got players of that pace, it's so effective. The switch off the wing. And Nonso Ojigbani will be replaced. Oh, indeed, he's still going to take his place on the wing. With duties here to chase this kick. Jobling with it. Taken by Rhys Jenkins. Acceleration and footwork to cut open the defence from Harrison Mason here. And Mason has found his way on the wing. What a run this is by Mason. He will go right under the post. What a try. Unbelievable.
Got 45 seconds left of the game.
From midfield on the 22.
Time for a kick-off.
He's weaved and wound his way all the way out to that left-hand tram line and had the acceleration to put Barnard Castle back ahead.
5 seconds.
There will be one more play here, but Ollie, that is a disappointing score to concede, but what an effort it was. You must admit, Ollie, that's a fine score.
Yeah, he's done well there. Done well there.
Time's currently off. There's 15 seconds left, boys.
15 seconds to go in the contest. A score for Newcastle will win it for them.
Time is back on.
If it can be converted. Hooked high. And it's been stolen by Fisco. And now Barnard Castle looking to put a seal on things here. Metcalf puts it out. What a result for Barnard Castle. They've managed to make their way through an incredibly difficult group, which includes Yarm School, Dame Allen's the host, and QEGS Wakefield, the national finalists, to make it through to this final playoff game, and against an RGS Newcastle team that took down the likes of Ampleforth and Parkview and managed to draw with the ace college side Myerscough. They've put them to bed here almost on the final play with a blistering score from Harrison Mason. They are champions here at the Dame Allen Sevens. Ollie Emerson, your thoughts on that game, which really could have gone either way?
Yeah, it could. Very easily could have won that. A lot of work-ons, a lot of positives, but a lot of work-ons ahead of next week.
Next week, of course, the Roslyn Park Sevens, which NextGen15 will be bringing you live for all 5 days across 2 pitches. But here in Newcastle, on what has been a perfect day for Sevens, in which we've seen some unbelievable scores. It's another blinder that has sealed it. Mason goes over, and Barnard Castle are champions here. What a lift that is, ahead of the huge competition next week, Roslyn Park, live in London. Well, Ollie, thank you for joining us. Commiserations for your side, but all the best of luck next week. And from us here, live with NextGen15, that's the conclusion of the Dame Allen Sevens. Barnard Castle have won it by 26-21 over RGS Newcastle. And of course, Roslyn Park next week is the big main event. Before that, live netball on Saturday in Worcester, a huge game, a big Worcester derby from the Worcester Arena. And then after Roslyn, we're straight into the Caldecott 10s and then the Sedbergh 10s on the Sunday and the Monday. So there's so much still to come. Live action across the country here with NextGen15. But from here in Newcastle, I, Wilfred Kemsley, will leave you with the celebrations as Barnard Castle have taken down RGS on their home soil by 26-21. We'll be live again very shortly for more of the best sport at school level from across the country here at NextGen15. But thank you for joining us, and we'll see you again very soon.
Sum up life in Dame Allen's sixth form in 3 words, I'd say fun, definitely challenging, quite exciting. The refurbished Queen's building is absolutely amazing. It's really nice, for one, having the cafe. Blueberry muffins in there, best you'll ever get anywhere. But it also has the group workspace downstairs, which is really nice and relaxed, and then the quiet workspace upstairs to get a lot of work done if you just need to focus.
For anyone considering coming to Dame Allen's, I feel as though you should definitely come in for the day, see how you find it. I think there's a really good community here, there's a really welcoming environment.
I would definitely say there's a massive emphasis on well-being around the school, so you can really tell the teachers care and therefore the students care, and it's just a really lovely environment to be in. I do a lot of sport and music as well as my academia, so I think that it provides the perfect balance.
I'd say Dame Allen's sixth form is special because of, one, the new refurbished building, but also the really dedicated teachers and the lovely pastoral care that you can get that really just sets it apart from anywhere else.
Get ready for the ultimate international showdown. This December, the Global Schools Challenge 2025 is heading to the Mediterranean Sports Hub in Salou, Spain, located just an hour outside of Barcelona. From December 14th to 19th, the world's top student athletes will compete in rugby and a range of new sports. Hosted at one of Europe's premier facilities, you'll experience world-class pitches, state-of-the-art equipment, and a vibrant atmosphere designed for excellence. Off the field, explore the beautiful coastal town of Salou, enjoy golden beaches, and take a trip to Barcelona for iconic landmarks like the Sagrada Familia and the Nou Camp. Every game will be streamed live by NextGenXV, bringing the action to a global audience. Don't miss your chance to be part of this incredible event. Register now at globalschoolschallenge.com and rise to the challenge.
The right kit changes everything. With the right kit, you're ready for anything. United, connected, unstoppable. Whatever your sport, we are your sporting partner. Creating your kit your way. For every team, for every challenge, for every aspiration. Feel seen, feel ready, feel part of the team. Kit on, game on.